Hey guys, Philosopher here, and today we've got the gameplay for Echo. I just unlocked this character, geared her up. The red star pulls and gear up is all in the video that came out earlier today, which you can watch. Very disappointing. The first time in a long time I've only gotten 4 red stars on a new character. I did grab a 7 red on Squirrel Girl. But yeah, very disappointing. This is where we got her. I got her to gear tier 15. And I also have a video which will come out soon where I'll talk about the T4s, my initial impressions. But the 2 I've done, I won't talk about these, I think this one's an absolute must-have. She's got an out-of-turn attack damage where whenever an enemy attacks a young Avenger ally, she does an out-of-turn attack, which is great. She jumps her place in line, doesn't wait for her turn. I like that. And then plus 15% damage for the entire team in all game modes. So that's a no-brainer for me. This one I would put in the nice to have category where she's going from 3 to 4 targets to 4 to 6 on her chain, her rebound chain, and rebound chain is more reliable. So if there's 2 characters next to each other, the rebound chain means they'll go back and forth between ping back and forth between the 2 characters. Whereas a regular chain, if there isn't enough characters, it'll just peter out. So this is nice. And slow for 2 turns is very nice on the rebound chain. And then in addition, I also like the additional damage here. So I think it's a nice to have. This is also, a decent one to have. You go instead of 1 to 2 targets, it's 2, which is nice. And then, the basic I think is not that important. So, all right. And then why do I have her at striker? Well, you're going to have the Miss Marvel passive here does give her assist. Even if you don't have the T4, it does 100% assist chance. If you have her as a skirmisher, you're going to get a triple tap. It may be that Squirrel Girl should be a skirmisher as well. We're going to have to wait and see. But let's go first. I'm going to go first into Blitz, and we'll see how this team is. And what I'm going to do is we're going to get my Young Avengers out, and instead, what we're going to do, we don't have Kate Bishop yet. So right here I had Psylocke. She's certainly an option for this team if you have no place to put her. In terms of people are asking me what the best option is, I think like if you're on war defense or something, you might just want to throw in Ghost Rider because Ghost Rider now has top 10 stats in the game. I mean, I think he's like something like 6th or 7th in damage and 6th or 7th in health, something like that. Okay, he's an absolute beast. We can look at that right here, actually. So if you look at health, here he is at maximum. All right. So in maximum, you've got Ghost Rider's 9th in health and 7th in damage. So very, very high. So I like that. And where we go, we're going to put Echo in here. We also could throw in Miles for here and just break up this team, but of course, you're not going to want to do that much. But let's throw in Echo. What I would say though is you're going to want to think about your positioning because because you're going to have taunt on Miss Marvel. So you don't want your smallest character next to her. You're actually going to want to have your smallest character, kind of towards the end. So I have Squirrel Girl, who's my healer all the way in the other end. And you're going to want to make sure you have a beefy character, for example, like Ghost Rider next to the taunter. Now, Ghost Rider, the reason Ghost Rider works is he not only has great stats, but he's a hero brawler, which has the synergies with some of these folks. Another option, of course, like I said, would be to use Miles if you don't mind breaking up a team. We'll take this off Sim. I just want to show you the here we do this against the Asgardians. This is just purely to show you the animations and so forth for Echo. All right, let's load this up. All right. All right, let's see. Okay, great. mind control off the bat. All right, now we'll do this. So let's see here. Well, oh, this is Ghost Rider. So let's do this. Wow. You can see how tough those bleeds are. She almost died already. So we will cleanse. Okay, now. All right, so what do we got here? Let's remove positive effects. Okay, that worked. You can see the skirmisher and the triple tap. So hopefully you could see how that worked. Okay. Okay. So now let's look at her animations. Let's see her toss the baton. Okay, that's cool. Turns out that's a very deadly baton. All right, let's get this back into 3x. No point doing the penance stare here on the mirror image. Okay, here we go. You could see the evades there. You could see the speed bar, just everything here. This team is so much better than it was before. That's pretty obvious. Okay, so now she's going to punch and kick some butt there. All right, let's see the basic. Ooh. Okay. There you can see the assist from Miss Marvel. And then there should be a triple tap here, but I guess not. Oh, there it is. And the triple tap is what you see that the extra set extra attack, that's what killed her. All right, we're going to do this once more. We're going to try to find a tougher opponent so that we can actually see the ultimate. Let's see. This opponent. Yeah, we could do symbiotes. All right, let's try that. All right. All right, so okay. I'm going after anti-venom here. This should give us, they're a tougher opponent, so that should give us a better sense of things. All right, there we go. Okay. There we go. She does her job there. Okay. All right, let's throw the baton again. Very cool. You can see the evade she puts on the team. Very nice. I do think Miles would actually be better in this team because he's actually got the Young Avenger tag, although realistically you're not going to be able to use him or want to use him much with the team. All right, there we go. You can just see how much stronger this team is. This team used to be total garbage before. Okay. Okay, we'll go after Scream now. All right, not bad. You can see the triple tap. Ugh, okay. All right, Echo had the stun. Don't like that. Okay. We'll go after SSM here. Okay, more healing and cleansing. Okay. All right, we're down to the basic again. I actually think it's funny. The ultimate is what I upgraded, but I don't think her ultimate's going to be used much. This is what comes from actually playing the characters. In other words, I upgraded Echo's ultimate, but you may never get there in a match. Very hard to get to see the ultimate animation. I need a team that's got way more longevity, even than the symbiotes. Interesting. All right, let's see. We'll try this team. This will be our last try to see her ultimate. If not, we're going to go right into some other game modes. I'm going to want to show them off in War. We won't be able to show War defense for obvious reasons. We can't watch them in War defense, although I'm going to try to send some teams against them where my alliance mates have placed them because I've gotten some of them to place the team. So we'll do that in a moment. If you're waiting for that, just give me a second here. I'm just trying to see the animations because I do get people asking me for that. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get to see the ultimate here either. Yeah, and wave 1 just falls over. I thought with all the healer ice said that they'd last a while, but I was wrong. That's only when they get war buffs. Yeah, it turns out Thor's already fallen over and lost his hammer. Yeah. You can see she hit 3 characters with the baton, which is pretty cool. Yeah, this team's definitely very good. Much better than they were before. They're clearly a new sort of post Silver Surfer, post Great Reset meta. Okay. So that there's no doubt about that, but they still are just a war defense team ultimately. I don't think this team's ever going to be really important outside of war defense. Now, one thing I will say is you see she's not going to reach her ultimate again. With Kate Bishop on the team, this team will reach their ultimate. So we're going to do some war. We're going to go right now to war practice mode. We're actually going to play against this team a little bit. One other thing I should mention with the positioning is the positioning of this team is going to matter a lot on war defense. So right here, I just threw him, however, because we're in Blitz. But America Chavez now is going to give speed bar on spawn to adjacent characters. And here, however, between Ghost Rider and Echo, you may not in the, on war defense want to do that. It may actually be on war defense. You want to have her next to Kate Bishop or whatever. All right, so we'll go back here and I'm going to take us into war practice mode. And then this way, let's give us a chance to see how they are in action with the war defense buffs. I think that's going to be better. All right. So let's see. Let me see if I have somebody who's put them on defense already for me. All right. Here you go. 828K team. Same team that we are facing. And let's just see how they do against like the Ravagers. Ravagers are a new team. They're just, they're definitely above average war team. Got to go to my war roster here. They're above average team, but they're not like the most powerful. But it gives us a little bit of a benchmark of how they do. Or actually, some of you, let's start with Black Order. The reason I choose Black Order is because you guys will then know. I feel like everybody has them. Not everybody. Most players have Black Order to some extent. And they know how powerful they expect them to be. And so we'll see. Do they just smoke Black Order? And then we'll work our way up the list to some of the other ones. All right, let's see. Here's how they are on war defense now. Okay, he put Elsa here, actually. He has America Chavez elsewhere. So let me, we'll just do this for right now and just see. This was, I think, him testing out, okay, well, what could we do? Let's go after Squirrel Girl, actually. All right, you can see here that Ghost Rider adds a lot of damage. The dodges, not very good. The dodge is actually also punishes that. Okay. Okay. Okay, continuing to go after Squirrel Girl. You can see, though, that Echo, Miss Marvel, and so on are going really hard at this. All right, let's try. Man, that Thanos ultimate ain't what it used to be, right? All right, let's stun Squirrel Girl so she doesn't heal up the team. And then we'll do this. Okay. All right. Doing this just to get rid of them. Okay. I think we got this under control, right? You know, Echo can heal or whatever she's going to do, but she's just not enough. All right, so this tells you something. And I'll tell you what it tells me. You really need Kate Bishop on this team. That's what I've been hearing from reports anyway, is that was missing America Chavez. So let me go to a team that has America Chavez on it. So that was, I think he's trying out, testing America Chavez elsewhere. So let's see if I can find somebody who has built up the team well, but is also, okay, full team. There we go, full team. Here we go. This has America Chavez on it. We'll try, let's just try Shadowland. Another team I feel like everybody knows to some extent. Let's try it out. All right, let's see. All right, let's put Disrupt on Miss Marvel so we don't get stuck behind Taunt. And then put Ability Block on Squirrel Girl. Okay, so far so good. Swirly, swirly. Okay. And I think I still want to take out Squirrel Girl first. We'll see. Yeah. All right. You can see just not that impressive. I just used a basic there to finish her off. And then nothing impressive there either. Just ignoring Ghost Rider. Okay. I'll just do that another basic to finish her off. Wow, huh? I think we should take out Ghost Rider because he's the most deadly person right now in this team. Just not enough damage here right now. So I guess the question is, did the devs sell us a bill of goods? Or basically, did they screw with us with the Young Avengers? In other words, they told us that this team would beat Infinity Watch, that this team would beat everything. So other than Weapon X. So how could this be? Well, let's see. Let's try something here for a second. We're going to bring in Infinity Watch and just make sure. Infinity Watch is probably going to roll this team. But I'm going to tell you why things may be different. One thing that some of you are saying is this Wakanda 2.0. Wakanda was one of the most disappointing releases of all time. Didn't perform as advertised. Just 188K punchdown. Let's try that. I will say this. I do think that if the devs screwed up that badly, this time they'll fix it like they did with Skill Military. But I think the answer is Kate Bishop, and I'll get to that next second. I'll get to that in a bit. But let's try here. Okay, this is a pretty big built out team here. I suspect that this guy actually had much of the team built up beforehand. Yeah, so our will ability block Squirrel Girl. Obviously, I have a big Infinity Watch, but the idea that this team is going to blow Infinity Watch out of the water doesn't seem so right now, right? Here, we can rewind her. Okay. Because she just seems like a lot of damage right now. And then we're going to continue to go after Squirrel Girl. Okay. Ironically, it did seem like Blackwater had an easier time. We'll get there. Okay. Okay, goodbye. Miss Marvel, there's no revive mechanic here unless you've got Dormammu as your 5th, which is unlikely, right? Okay. Yeah, this is, I think we can see already that this is going nowhere for the Young Avengers. Yeah. And that's it. All right. So what do I think it is? I think the answer is Kate Bishop. So let's go now. I'm going to, we know how this is going to end. So I'm going to quit out of this and go right to the Kate Bishop kit. The devs specifically said when we talked to him that Strange is not the answer in any of these battles, even with the Dark Hunters, because he's got his stats are super power crept. He's very, very low health. All right, so here's the thing. If you look at the Young Avengers, so Kate Bishop. So first of all, when a Young Avenger ally drops below 50% health, she attacks them and applies blind and slow. That's really nice, right? On spawn, she applies offense up. It's actually for 2 turns with the T4 to the entire team. If that's 50% more damage, that helps. 25% resistance to the team helps. But here's the big thing. This is really the key thing, I think. On war defense, gain 5 charged on spawn of their initial match. On war defense, on turn, if charged, grant 1 ability energy to self and all Young Avenger allies, then lose 1 charged. So she's going to get them to their best abilities sooner. I think that's going to matter. And this is why the devs said that this team is going to be a very easy on the 2-shot. The second shot is going to be a very easy 2-shot. You're going to blow it out of the water in the first shot. And then on the second shot, you're going to have a lot of trouble. So I think maybe what it is without Kate Bishop, maybe it's the charges from Kate Bishop or what it is. It's like she runs out of arrows with the charges. So I think maybe that's what it is. That, and then she's going to do some other stuff too. If you see here, if she's charged, she applies blind to the enemy with the highest damage and random negative effect to all other enemies. And she'll do this, I think, turn 1 because she's going to be giving herself ability energy. If she applies speed up to the entire team, random negative effects to all other enemies, a blind to 2 turns to the enemy with the highest damage, speed up for 2 turns to the whole team. And then here, as you can see, offense up to the whole team for 2 turns, and then flips positive effects on each target to negative effects. So I think the best character in the team is Kate Bishop. The one you want to have the biggest is likely Kate Bishop. And you basically need her for the team to run. That's basically where I'm at right now with this team. That's my view on the team at this moment. You can do some interesting things with America Chavez. Because she does give, so she has got an interesting ability where America Chavez on war defense fills speed bar by 25% for adjacent allies, which is very nice on war defense. So I could see her on a mixed team between the Eternals, maybe doing something there. So let me see if I can simulate that for us on practice mode. Hold on. See if I got somebody who's done that for us. Now, some of you are like, well, you can just ability block Squirrel Girl and so forth. That's true. We will see. We'll see how it does. I mean, I make no promises to you about these teams. I repeat to you what the devs tell me. They said what they said. about this team. But this is why you guys watch these videos. You want me to test the stuff out for you. That's what I'm doing. And so if you wonder why I build this stuff, that's why I'm doing it, to test for you. All right, let's see if I've got somebody who put America Chavez elsewhere to test that out, and we can try that. Here we go. So here's the problem with it. Here's how it's going to give people problems. So there's with Dormammu. We can even use Dormammu on my team. The problem's going to be, because I got Dormammu as well, the problem's going to be, here, we'll use my Dormammu to make it fair. The problem is, let's just say you don't use America Chavez doesn't work on war offense. And the problem is, even if you've got a huge Icarus and Cersei, Loki and Emma are not going to help. Loki and Emma aren't going to do anything. So we'll put Emma and we'll put Loki. It's not going to get it done. And you could replace this with Cable. That's not going to change anything either. Just FYI. Before I get a bunch of comments from folks, no, you didn't use Cable. That's the problem. That little smidge of speed bar wouldn't make all the difference. You'll see. All right, let's check it out. Well, let's see who goes first. You see what Squirrel Girl did? Squirrel Girl, excuse me. America Chavez. America Chavez caused them to go first. The only reason I even have a team, boom, boom. It crashed because it's Scopely. But you get the idea. Okay? Even though Scopely sucks and they need to fix their product, the bottom line, I'm going to keep this in here. I don't edit this stuff out because I want you to see all of the crashes and problems. But, bottom line is they were going to move after America Chavez. So I think that will be interesting. But other than that, I'm not so sure about this team right now until you get Kate Bishop. So, that is sort of my thought there. Let's take a look at the Supernatural rework. Yeah, I don't think I will just say I'm getting a lot of reports of people getting crashes. Some people can't even play, and I have passed what I've seen along to the devs, but I don't know what they're doing there. So let's try out Supernatural for now. Just see how they are, and let's just see. Let me see in Blitz if I can use straight Supernatural and see if they can beat something really good and just see how much better the reworks help that team. So here you go. We'll take out, obviously, we're going to take out Silver Surfer and put in Elsa. There we go. All right. Let's try something tough. All right, well, at least this has Gamora on it. Not quite what I would like. But let's just see how they do. But a 7 red star Gamora usually would hurt. And for the most All right, let's try this here. Obviously this isn't the best team, but Wolverine's tough after the rework. Gamora's tough. 7 red, and we have 7 red stars on both. Gear tier team. I dropped Elsa and put in Surfer because it was so weak. So let's see how they do. Ghost Rider just hits like a truck now. Elsa hits hard. And then let's put the stun on Hulk. And there you go. I think this is already basically game over. Because we got, yeah, wow. Okay. Obviously, not much is going to happen here with Juggernaut. You can see Mordo's way thicker with his upgraded stats. Very nice. All right, we'll try to flip, which we're able to flip some. There we go. So for right now, Mordo's going to make an okay 5th character. So by the way, look at this ability. This one attacks the most injured enemy. So, see, killed Hulk out from under that taunt, which is very nice. And then no problem here. So I think this team's going to be a lot better in Blitz. We have the T'Challa Blitz coming out. And then I think, and I also think in War, I mean, realistically, this reminds me of when Sabretooth got reworked and suddenly people were using, you can see all the speed bar and everything else from those negative effects. It reminds me, like I said, when Sabretooth got reworked, people were suddenly finding that Marauders with Sabretooth was a great war defense again until Sabretooth got moved to Weapon X. So I think that's the same thing here. I think this team will be better. Obviously, the other two characters that did not get a boost to their stats, Strange and Scarlet Witch, are still going to be weak. But the team, just really needed. I mean, it had some interesting kits. It just doesn't have the stats it needs. Now, this team is not like super OP. Don't get me wrong. But I think it's going to be a lot more interesting. Let me see if I can use them in RTA. Apparently, Strange is unavailable, which is fine. Let's just try using the rest of the team here for a second and throw in Hela. And just see, because Hela's got a lot of synergy, actually, with Mordo. Let's just see how she does. I don't want more. I actually want Ghost Rider in the center. So let me do that here. Ghost Rider can be in the center, and then we'll put Hela, or we'll put actually, hold on one second. So let's do Hela, and there we go. We're putting the weaker ones on the side. All right, let's try this out. Just see how we do. All right. Okay, so this is interesting. He's got a huge Doom and Emma Frost and then 3 weaker characters. This is sort of a cheese thing here, where you throw in 2 good characters and 3 cheese. All right, let's see if we can do it. Okay, we're going to go after Emma Frost. This is definitely not the character. All right, so now we're going to try to stun Emma Frost and blind Doom. All right. Okay. 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 And there you go. Even with Gear Tier 13 only on Elsa, we were fine. All right. There we go. Now this is a huge punch down because they had a Gear Tier 15 Doom, Gear Tier 15 Emma Frost, and 3 garbage characters. So we'll see against the real team. It's not going to work against the Eternals. If people are bringing in the Eternals, it's going to be a problem. But it's an interesting team now, right? It's not a total garbage. So if you've already built this team and you're in Platinum 1 and you're just like, hey, I need an extra team, like, it's not a bad team. I don't know how good it is, but it's better than it was before. And I think that's going to be the upside of this patch for people. So, I think It's definitely not going to be, for many players, something where it's like, it's like, wow. All right, let's do this here. All right, let's stun. We'll stun Emma Frost. Okay, that works. Okay. I mean, we're going to get outmatched here because these are like super characters. This is like, I mean, obviously it's not an arena team because there's the bands and so forth, but it's basically like that. Okay, so here we'll do this to increase our survivability a little bit, but it's still not going to be enough. All right, let's do that just so we don't get caught behind a taunt. And then Cersei should kick our butt right now. Okay. All right. All right. So I think we should be able to kill Zemo at least. I'll get one kill out of this, maybe not. But I do think it's obvious that this team's better. The problem, I mean, obviously, it's not a team that's going to beat Doom or something, but the reworks on the 3 characters did help quite a bit. Obviously, 2-year-old team, etc. But interesting. Yeah. So, what do I think? It's hard to get that excited right now about what we see in the patch. I think Echo, my sense of this team, and here, let's play a little Young Avengers actually before we do it. Before I wrap up, let me play some Young Avengers here. Let's see if I can make a full team. If I can, I will. Oh, wow. Gotta love this. They banned most of the team. Well, we can't even show them here in RTA. Yeah, what do I think of this? One, two, three. All right. So, sorry about my audio issues, everyone. If you watched to this far in this video, you're going to be like, what happened to Philosopher? I apologize. I had a little bit of an audio snafu. But what do I think of this team? What do I think of the Young Avengers? I guess what I would just say is, they're a war defense team. And as I've said from the beginning, this is a team only for the people who have tons of resources, only for people at the super end game. You've beaten DD4. You got a lot of resources. They're fine outside of it, I guess. We'll find out a little bit more, as time goes on. But right now, even a more defense without Kate Bishop built, they're not even that great. So I'm a little disappointing. And I can't be I'm not that excited about this team right now. I went all in on this team, as you could tell, because I felt like I had to. And my investment is not paid off at this point. We'll see. I think the Dark Hunter team may be a little better. Some of the new characters seem pretty wacky, but we'll have to wait and see. The devs promised us this team was going to destroy everything on war defense. I guess we'll see when Kate Bishop gets here. All right, guys. If you like this video, smash that like button. Subscribe to this channel. If you got comments or questions, you can leave them below. If you're angry about my audio issues, leave them below. Leave your comments below or just go to my Discord. That's linked below. You can also go to my Twitch stream, which is linked below as well.